Hello friends and welcome to e-classroom of Ahmednagar College, Junior Wings. Students, once again we are here to study bookkeeping and accountancy. In that, our interesting subject, dissolution of partnership firm. In last lecture, we have studied about meaning of dissolution, accounting process for dissolution, and also various stages of dissolution. Let us review once again for solving our example. Here, main thing is we have to go through some stages while solving a dissolution example. I just form one short form, that is TRD, stages of TRD. I repeat that T means transfer stage, R means realization stage, and D means distribution stage. In transfer stage, we have to transfer all the assets except some and all the liabilities except some to realization account. Assets are transferred or debited to realization account and liabilities are transferred or credited to realization account. After transfer stage, realization stage is there, and in that stage, we have to realize the assets. That means assets are sold, and in that case, we credit realization account. And in case of liabilities paid, we debit realization account. And last stage, that is distribution stage. In that stage, we close all the balances. That means realization account, we find out the profit or loss, we transfer profit or loss to capital accounts, again capital accounts and bank accounts are closed. So let us start with our new example, example number 1, with the help of this PowerPoint presentation. This is very interesting example. Let us see. With the help of this PowerPoint presentation. Example number 1. Here there is one example of Rahul and Sandeep, which are partners of Messrs. RS Traders. They are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Following is their balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. Balance sheet is given, balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. Liabilities and assets are given. I just read liability side. Capital accounts are given, Rahul and Sandeep. Reserve fund, Sandeep's loan account is there. Creditors are also given on right hand side, asset side, building, furniture, machinery, debtors, less RDD, stock account, investment, interest receivable, bank account is given, and total of the balance sheet. And in that, it is said that the firm dissolved on 31st March 2020 and following adjustments were made. Let us see which are those adjustments. Number 1, assets realized as under building 28,000, machinery 22,000, debtors 15,000, stock 38,000. Number 2, Rahul took over the investment at rupees 10,000 and furniture at book value. Number 3, Sandeep agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of his loan account. Number 4, creditors were paid in full and dissolution expenses amounted to rupees 4,000, which are also paid. Number 5, interest receivable could not be recovered. And at last, it is said that prepare realization account, partners capital account, Sandeep loan account, and bank account of the firm. मित्रांनो, इथं आपल्याला एक एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे. इथं आपल्याला एक बॅलन्स शीट दिलेलं आहे. राहुल आणि संदीप हे दोन पार्टनर्स आहेत. त्यांचा रेशो आहे 2:1. आपल्याला लायबिलिटीज दिलेल्या आहेत, ऍसेट्स दिलेल्या आहेत, त्या मी आत्ताच वाचलेल्या आहेत. त्याचबरोबर आपल्याला असं सांगितलंय की फर्म इज डिसॉल्व ऑन 31 मार्च 2020. त्यांचा जो व्यवसाय आहे, पार्टनरशिप फर्म आहे, ती डिसॉल्व्ह झालेली. डिसॉल्व्ह झाली म्हणजे काय? बंद करायची, त्यांना व्यवसाय बंद करायचा. मग खालील ऍडजस्टमेंट दिलेले आहेत. त्याच्यामध्ये असं सांगितलंय ऍसेट्स रिअलाइज ॲज अंडर, म्हणजे ऍसेट्स विकून पैसे मिळालेले आहेत. बघा, बिल्डिंगचे 28,000, मशिनरीचे 22,000, डेटर्सचे 15,000 आणि स्टॉक 38,000 मिळालेला आहे. सेकंड ऍडजस्टमेंट असं सांगितली की राहुल टुक ओव्हर द इन्व्हेस्टमेंट. राहुलने इन्व्हेस्टमेंट घेतलेली आहे रुपये 10,000ला आणि फर्निचर घेतलंय बुक व्हॅल्यूला, जे बॅलन्स शीटला दाखवलंय त्या व्हॅल्यूला. तिसरी ऍडजस्टमेंट सांगितले संदीप अग्रीड टू ऍक्सेप्ट 3,000 इन फुल सेटलमेंट ऑफ हिज लोन. संदीपचं लोन ऍक्च्युअल किती दिसतंय आपल्याला लायबिलिटीला? 4,000 रुपये. त्यांनी 3,000मध्ये ते मान्य केलेला आहे, म्हणजे 1,000 जो आहे तो आपल्याला रिबेट मिळतो इथं. त्यानंतर चौथी ऍडजस्टमेंट अशी सांगितले की क्रेडिटर्स वेअर पेड इन फुल अँड डिसॉल्युशन एक्सपेन्सेस अमाउंटेड टू ₹4,000 पेड. क्रेडिटर्स आणि डिसॉल्युशन एक्सपेन्सेस हे पूर्ण दिलेले आहेत. आणि शेवटची इंटरेस्ट रिसिवेबल कुड नॉट बी रिकवर्ड. जो इंटरेस्ट आपल्याला मिळणार होतं बॅलन्स शीटला दिसतंय ते मिळणार नाहीये. आणि आपल्याला इथं सांगितलंय प्रिपेअर रिअलायझेशन अकाउंट, पार्टनर्स कॅपिटल अकाउंट अँड संदीप लोन अकाउंट विथ बँक अकाउंट. तर अशा प्रकारे इथं आपल्याला एक एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला रिअलायझेशन अकाउंट, कॅपिटल अकाउंट, संदीप लोन अकाउंट आणि बँक अकाउंट इथं तयार करायचे. तर चला या ॲनिमेशनच्या माध्यमातून आपण एक्झाम्पल सोडूया. लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ एक्झाम्पल नंबर 1. सोल्युशन नंबर 1 in the books of Messrs. R.S. Traders. Realization account, debit side and credit side, particulars amount and particulars amount. First, we have to start with our first stage. It is transfer stage. So, transfer all the assets which are given in the balance sheet except some, as I mentioned earlier, on a debit side of realization account. So, let us start with transfer of the assets. TRD. मित्रांनो, इथं आपल्याला TRD तुम्हाला कोपऱ्यात दिसतंय. रिअलायझेशन अकाउंट ते मुद्दा म्हणून तुमच्यासाठी दिलेलं आहे. आय हॅव गिवन दॅट फॉर अंडरस्टँडिंग. T means ट्रान्सफर स्टेज, R means रिअलायझेशन स्टेज अँड D means डिस्ट्रीब्युशन स्टेज. या स्टेजेसने आपल्याला जावं लागणार आहे. चला डेबिट साइडला घेऊया. फर्स्ट लेट अस ट्रान्सफर sundry assets on debit side of realization account. So let us see your example. Asset side, there are some assets such as building rupees 60,000, furniture 24,000, machinery 20,000, debtors 17,600, stock 40,000, investment 8,000, and interest receivable 2,000. And final amount of all these assets in outer column. So we have transferred our sundry assets on the debit side of realization account. Also we have to transfer liabilities on credit side of realization account. So let us see which are those. Buy sundry liabilities. Let's come to your liability side. Creditors rupees 30,000. By RDD, net RDD, you can see on asset side which is debited from deducted from debtors 1,600. Then we have completed our first stage, that is transfer stage T. Now let us go to our second stage, that is realization stage. In that all the assets will be realized and liabilities will be paid. So let us see our example. once again and come to the adjustments. It is said that the firm dissolved on 31st March and assets realized as under. You can see assets, machinery, assets realized. Assets realized are credited to realization account by bank account. Assets realized. Which assets are realized? Machinery, rupees 22,000. Building, rupees 28,000. Stock, rupees 38,000. Debtors, rupees 15,000. And final total of these assets 1,03,000 in outer column. So assets realized, we credited it to realization account. Let's come to our next adjustment, that is Rahul took over investment and furniture. So the entry will be, journal entry will be Rahul's capital account debit to realization account. So by Rahul's capital investment at rupees 10,000 and furniture at book value, that is rupees 24,000 and total in outer column rupees 34,000. After that, let us see that next adjustment. It is said that Sandeep agreed to accept rupees 3,000 in full settlement of his loan. That means loan account will be debited, cash account will be credited. But here one thing you can see in our balance sheet, liability side, Sandeep's loan account has a balance of rupees 4,000. That means Sandeep's loan is rupees 4,000. But he agreed to receive only 3,000 in full settlement. That means 1,000 rupees we are paying less to Sandeep. That means it will be a rebate for us. It will be a gain for our profit. So it will be credited to realization account as it is our gain and it is a rebate. So we will credit it to realization account, Sandeep's loan account. That will be rebate for us rupees 1,000. After that, it is said that dissolution expenses and creditors are paid. So it will be when we pay liabilities and dissolution expenses, we debit it to realization account and credit to cash or bank account. So debit it to bank account. Creditors in full rupees 30,000 and dissolution expenses rupees 4,000 and the final amount rupees 34,000 in outer column. And again, it is said that interest receivable could not be recovered. That means there will be no interest adjustment there. Now, let us find out the balances of realization account. That means whether we earned a profit or bears a loss on realization. For that purpose, we have to make a total of either debit side or credit side, whichever is more. So I can see here debit side is more than credit side. So I make a total of debit side, that is rupees 2,05,600. I took that total on credit side rupees 2,05,600 and I deducted credit amounts from this amount and I got rupees 36,000, which is a loss for us, loss on realization account, which will be transferred to partners' capital accounts in the ratio of 2:1. Let us distribute this loss to Rahul rupees 24,000. That means 2:1, 24,000, and Sandeep it is rupees 12,000. So the loss is distributed and we have completed our realization account. Let us see again. मित्रांनो, मराठी मीडियमच्या मित्रांसाठी आपण जे हे एक्झाम्पल सोडवतोय, आपल्याला रिअलायझेशन अकाउंट तयार करायचंय. आपण इथं तयार केलेलं आहे. याच्यामध्ये आपण 3 स्टेजेसनी जाणार आहोत. त्याच्यामध्ये टी म्हणजे ट्रान्सफर स्टेज, आर रिअलायझेशन स्टेज आणि डी डिस्ट्रीब्युशन स्टेज. पहिली स्टेज घेतली आपण टी, त्याच्यामध्ये सन्ड्री ॲसेट्स ट्रान्सफर केल्या, त्याच्यामध्ये डेबिट साईडला सन्ड्री लायबिलिटीज, क्रेडिट साईडला ट्रान्सफर केल्या. त्यानंतर रिअलायझेशन स्टेज घेतली आपण, बाय बँक अकाउंट ॲसेट्स रिअलाइज क्रेडिट साईडला दाखवल्या, त्याच्यामधून आपल्याला 1,03,000 रुपये मिळाले. त्याचबरोबर आपण इकडं क्रेडिटर्स आणि डिझॉल्युशन एक्सपेन्सेस पेड केले. त्यानंतर राहुलनी जे इन्व्हेस्टमेंट आणि फर्निचर घेतलेले त्याच्या कॅपिटलला आपण डेबिट टाकणार आहोत आणि रिअलायझेशन अकाउंटला आपण क्रेडिट केले. तुम्ही पाहू शकता बाय राहुल कॅपिटल, इन्व्हेस्टमेंट आणि फर्निचर. संदीपचं जे लोन आहे ते 4,000 रुपये आहे, आपल्या लायबिलिटीला दिसतंय, पण त्याला आपण 3,000 देणार आहोत पूर्ण लोन. त्यामुळे 1,000 रुपये जो आहे तो आपल्याला गेन होतो, तो आपण रिबेट म्हणूया आणि तो आपण रिअलायझेशनच्या क्रेडिटला टाकलेला आहे. बाय संदीप लोन 1,000. फायनली आपण काय केलेलं आहे, टोटल केलेली डेबिट साईडची, कारण डेबिट साईडची टोटल मला जास्त दिसते आणि तेच मी क्रेडिट साईडला घेतली आहे आणि मला जो बॅलन्स फिगर मिळालेला तो 36,000 रुपये. अँड दॅट इज लॉस ऑन रिअलायझेशन. तो काय आहे, लॉस आहे, कारण का डेबिट साईड जास्त असल्यामुळे आणि क्रेडिट साईड कमी असल्यामुळे तो लॉस धरू आपण, बिकॉज रिअलायझेशन अकाउंट इज ए नॉमिनल अकाउंट. आणि आपल्याला 36,000 जो लॉस आलेला आहे आपण 2:1 त्यांच्या रेशिओमध्ये वाटलेला आहे. राहुलला वाटलाय 24,000 आणि संदीपला वाटलाय 12,000. सो फ्रेंड्स, let us see now how to prepare capital accounts of the partners. Partners capital account, debit side, credit side, Rahul, Sandeep and Rahul, Sandeep. First, come once again to liability side and we are going to brought down the balances of partners. By balance brought down, Rahul 80,000 and Sandeep 60,000. Now we have to distribute reserve fund to Rahul and Sandeep, rupees 16,000 in the ratio of 2:1, and it is distributed as rupees 10,667 to Rahul and rupees 5,333 to Sandeep. After that, Rahul has taken investment and furniture. So we passed a journal entry, that is Rahul's capital account debit to realization account. Effect of realization account we have just now shown to realization account credited. Now Rahul's account will be debited by rupees 34,000. That means investment plus furniture. After that, loss on realization. We got a loss of rupees 36,000 on realization, which we have distributed to Rahul and Sandeep. It will be debited to their capitals account. Rahul's capital account debit rupees 24,000, Sandeep's capital account debit 12,000 to realization account. That means loss on realization. After that, I can see here the credit side of capital accounts are more than debit side. So I make a total of Rahul's credit side. I got 90,667. Again, Sandeep's account, I got 65,333. I took that total on debit side 90,667 and Sandeep 65,333. At last, I have to find out the balances amount due or which we have to pay to Rahul and Sandeep. And we got that those balances, Rahul rupees 32,667 and Sandeep rupees 53,333. These are the balances which we have to pay. The entry will be passed that Rahul's capital account debit 32,667, Sandeep's capital account debit 53,333 and two bank account. That means this money will be paid from bank. You can see this amount on bank account, in bank account, on credit side of bank. After that, let us see bank account. Before that, I just repeat it for my friends in Marathi. मित्रांनो, इथं आपण कॅपिटल अकाउंट देखील बनवलेलं आहे बघा. राहुल संदीपचे दोघांचे कॅपिटल अकाउंट बनवले. आपण पहिल्यांदा बॅलन्सेस घेतलेले आहेत. बाय बॅलन्स ब्रॉट डाऊन क्रेडिट साईडला 80,000 आणि 60,000. त्यानंतर रिझर्व्ह फंड इथं डिस्ट्रीब्यूट केलेला आहे 16,000 2:1 या रेशोमध्ये. त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला 10,667 राहुलला दिलेले आहेत, 5,333 संदीपला दिलेले. त्यानंतर राहुलने जे इन्व्हेस्टमेंट आणि फर्निचर घेतलेलं आहे ते त्याच्या अकाउंटला डेबिट केलेला आहे ₹34,000. त्यानंतर रिअलायझेशनचा जो लॉस आहे, लॉस ऑन रिअलायझेशन ₹24,000, इट इज डेबिटेड टू पार्टनर्स कॅपिटल. आपण पाहू शकता इथं रिअलायझेशनचा जो लॉस आहे 24,000 आणि 12,000 हा आपल्याला इथं दिसत आहे. त्यानंतर आपण बॅलन्सिंग केलेल्या कॅपिटलचं त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला क्रेडिट साईड मिळते 90,667 राहुलची, संदीपची मिळते 65,333. आणि फायनली आपल्याला त्यांचे बॅलन्स ड्यू जे आहेत ते मिळत आहेत. राहुलचा जो आहे 32,667 आणि संदीपचा 53,333, विच इज पेड. अमाऊंट ड्यू ते आपण पेड केलेले बँक. मग आपण कशी एंट्री केली आहे? राहुल्स कॅपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट, संदीप्स कॅपिटल अकाउंट डेबिट टू बँक अकाउंट, म्हणजे बँकेतनं यांचे पैसे दिलेले आहेत. त्यासाठी लेट अस सी बँक अकाउंट फर्स्ट. बँक अकाउंट डेबिट साइड, क्रेडिट साइड, particular amounts. First, balance of bank is taken. To balance brought down, which is given on asset side. You can see bank 20,000. After that, realization money. When we sold assets, we pass entry that bank account debit to realization account. That means money received, and that money is received is 1,03,000. After that, liabilities paid. When we pay liability, realization account debit to bank account liabilities paid. That is ₹34,000. Creditors and dissolution expenses. After that, we paid Sandeep's loan account debit 3,000 and bank account credit ₹3,000. And once again, we paid Rahul's capital ₹32,667 and Sandeep's capital 53,333. And here you can see one thing, that total of bank account is tally. When you solve this example, how you can find out that it is correct or not? The total of bank account or cash account will be tallied, or the amount payable of capitals will be equal to the balance of bank account. Here we can say that our account is correct. And at last, we can also see Sandeep's loan account. Sandeep's loan account, by balance brought down on credit side, which is given on the liability side, ₹4,000. Amount paid to Sandeep is ₹3,000 to bank account, and realization account is credited and Sandeep's account is debited by ₹1,000, that is rebate and loan. And finally, total of Sandeep's loan account. Here we can see once again बँक अकाउंट. मित्रांनो, इथे बँक अकाउंट आपण पाहू शकता. त्याच्यामध्ये बॅलन्स घेतलेला आपण डेबिट साईडला 20,000. रिअलायझेशन एक्सपेन्सेस जे आहेत ते 34,000 आहेत. ऍसेट्स रिअलाइज झाल्यात त्या डेबिट केल्यात आपण बँक अकाउंटला, म्हणजे पैसा मिळाला आहे आपल्याला 1,03,000. संदीपचे लोन दिलेलं आहे. आणि कॅपिटल बॅलन्सेस जे आहेत राहुल आणि संदीपचे ते आपण इथं पेड केलेले आहेत आणि बँकेची टोटल ही टॅली झालेली आहे. आपण इथं लोन अकाउंट पाहू शकता. संदीपचं बाय बॅलन्स ब्रॉट डाऊन ₹4,000 हे क्रेडिटला घेतलेलं आहे, कारण लोन आहे ते लायबिलिटीला दिसतंय. बँक अकाउंट जे आहे आपण त्याला क्रेडिट केले आणि संदीपच्या लोनला डेबिट केले. ₹3,000 आपण त्याला दिलेले आहेत आणि ₹1,000 जो आहे तो रिबेट मिळाला, तो रिअलायझेशनला क्रेडिट केलाय, संदीपच्या लोनला डेबिट केलाय आणि फायनली टोटल आहे 4,000. सो फ्रेंड्स, वी हॅव स्टडीड हिअर one example of dissolution in which Rahul and Sandeep were the partners, and we made accounting procedure, and we have made realization account, partners capital account, Sandeep's loan account and bank account by various stages of dissolution. Those stages are TRD, transfer stage, realization stage, and distribution stage. I hope you understood this example very well. And in the next lecture, we are going to see some more practical examples on dissolution. So stay at home, be safe, and till then, bye, and God bless you.